Do not increase your self-worth unless you're ready for this. I mean, everyone wants to increase their self-worth and in general feel better about themselves. But it's not easy or fluffy as it sounds. However, it's not impossible either. And when you have the right preparation, it becomes inevitable. And that's what today's video is all about. So let me start with a story and actually turn the tables onto myself. So I'm a professional photographer, and a little bit more than a year ago, Photoshop was costing me 12 euros a month. Then I got the news. They're tripling the price to 36 euros a month. Just like that, a statement. Nothing less, nothing more. And of course, the first thought was that they're crazy. How can they just triple the price like that? I'm not paying for this, I thought to myself. So immediately I got a consultant online and started attacking him. Why did this happen? This came out of nowhere. I was paying 3 times less. Why is this the case right now? And they told me simply, we integrated AI into Photoshop and basically reevaluated the worth that we're bringing into a marketplace. And I thought, okay, I get it, this is the best program out there. But they had it for 12 euros. I want the same price. So I started thinking, how can I make them lower it again? Even if it's just for me. So I kept on messaging them. I have to be honest with my very consciously fake outreach at them. And yeah, I just tried to get back what I had before. But guess what? They did not budge. They held their ground. And not only that, I actually went to look for something better and cheaper, but deep down I knew that there's nothing better than Photoshop because it actually delivers. And actually then I even started gaining perspective. I started seeing what other random programs are charging, and the realization hit me. They have been undercharging me for so long. So I paid. So let me break down here what exactly happened. Something I literally needed increase their worth. Even though I already valued what they did, I still wanted the old price. Not because it wasn't worth more, but because I used to get what I want for way less. So eventually I had 2 choices: accept the new price and get on board, or walk away, find a replacement, maybe even stop editing if it wasn't something that I needed professionally, and not bother faking a tantrum just to get what I want. And those are the only 2 options. There are no third door. So here's the big idea. If you don't know your worth and you're not willing to withstand people's fake tantrums when they want the old price back, don't bother trying to increase your self-worth, because it's gonna happen. So now let's bring this home. When it comes to my family, I was always the one to just let it go. They don't know better. Let them think what they want. Basically, I was a peacekeeper. But after years of emotional abuse, and after 3 years of very deep healing work, my nervous system was done. It was no longer okay for me to allow my boundaries to be crossed again. So, for the first time, I put strong boundaries with my family. And guess what? They threw a fucking tantrum. So the closest person to me is still trying to get the old pricing back when it's been almost a year now. They're trying to go around me, trying to contact support, meaning triangulation, making themselves try to be seen as the victim. You know, sounds familiar? The other ones actually threw a tantrum, but then they fell off. And that's okay, because they realized that for that price, they don't need me that much, and I didn't take it personally. Our needs just literally didn't match. So the same lesson as with Photoshop. I increased my worth, and the people who were using me happily with the old price immediately noticed. Even though they valued what I brought, they wanted the same cheap rate. Not because I wasn't worth more, but because they were using to get all of it for way less. And eventually, just like Photoshop, they had only 2 choices: accept the new worth and stay, or leave because they weren't willing to pay the new price. Some stayed, some left, but they are always going to be cheapskates. The ones who want way more for way less. Maybe they are going to even try to tell you that, oh, you know what, you already were overcharging me last time when you had the old pricing and now you're increasing it. So they will refuse to accept your new pricing no matter what. And that is actually a person who was the closest to me. So here's what I want you to understand about that. Them not giving up after months of not getting anything out of me is the proof of my worth. Because people don't waste that much energy about something they don't value or don't care about. The tantrum is the 5-star review. So don't start increasing your self-worth unless you're ready for this. Being challenged People will throw tantrums because you've never done this before, and suddenly your price just changes out of nowhere from their perspective. And that's very disorienting for them. And it's gonna be uncomfortable for you. The second thing is being ready to not being seen. Some people will not recognize and will not approve of your price increase. They will leave. And that is going to be a grieving process because you're going to finally be able to see the truth that they were never valuing you in the first place. Then third thing is people falling off. The ones who cannot afford to treat you properly. For them, it's too expensive to actually respect you. So it's just normal that they won't be able to stay. And it's not because you push them away, but because they were never willing to pay the price. And these three things are actually not a sign that you did something wrong. They are signs that you're actually doing the thing that you need to do and it's actually working. And I want you to be very aware and evaluate. Are you ready for this? Because this process is not for everyone. It really takes guts to first see your worth clearly. Then look at that gap, what you're really worth of, and how are you being mistreated right now, and what worth are you getting from what you're being. Then it comes to a moment where you have to correct that gap. So you need to be able to be ready to hold that price, even when everyone around you is demanding the old price back. And here's what you will see when you do. Some people will celebrate you. I actually was super blessed and I have one person from family who did celebrate me. And some will make you the villain. Why? Because you took away something from them that they felt that they are entitled to. And some of them will quietly fall off because they realize that they didn't need you that much anyway. And all of that will show you the truth, the reality, the quality of your relationships and not something that you thought that your relationships are. Your circle will get smaller, but for the first time, it will actually start fulfilling you as well and not just draining you. And all that energy you've been giving to people who never valued it, you get that back. And now you actually have the energy, have the resources to build the life that you really want for yourself and that you're really meant for. I know this is very scary, but it is possible and it is necessary if you really want to live for yourself and not just to please everyone else around you. Because you cannot reach your potential if you're underselling yourself. Know the worth, set the price, hold it. Even when it's hard, and especially when it's hard.